Welcome to the Embassy of Mike Graham. I'm Mike Graham, and this is this week's Heaven and Hell. Just stop. Yes, indeed, they've been at it again. Those old wrinklies, not happy to stay at home in their retirement and do jigsaw puzzles, right? They've decided instead they're going to go and invade Wimbledon. That's right, Just Stop Oil have now somehow recruited the oldest people they could find to go and run about on courts where people are supposed to be playing tennis. Wimbledon have now had to ban the sale of jigsaws because apparently some of them were chucking jigsaws around. Some of them were also chucking confetti around. Worse than that, right? These people have got nothing better to do than disrupt sporting events. They've done the cricket, they've now done the tennis, they'll probably do the golf, they've done rugby, they've also done snooker, for heaven's sake. Whatever next? But guess what? They've now got a celebrity supporter. The one and only, yes, that's right, St. Gary of Lineker. This is a man who loves a cause, especially if it's a left-wing one. He reckons it's a good idea for them to disrupt sporting events because he says what they're doing is more important than the sporting events themselves. And as if you didn't think that was mad enough, Lewis Hamilton, who drives around in a fossil fuel-driven car at very high speed around the world, having flown to these places in a private jet, he thinks they're great as well. What is the world coming to? I think they should all go to hell. Twitter killer. A row between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg has got to ridiculous proportions. Mark Zuckerberg, not content with threatening to have a wrestling match with Elon Musk, has now decided to take on Twitter. That's right, he's decided he's going to have a thread of his own, and he's going to call it Threads. Apparently it's just like Twitter, only there's not so many people on it, and you can write more and you can post more pictures. 30 million people have joined it already, so it might actually have a chance of killing off Twitter, because Twitter has become very odd lately. Old Elon Musk has fired so many people that lots of the departments don't even have anybody working in them. I've seen footage of some of the people in their offices and there's nobody there. He's got rid of everybody. So who knows who's going to win, Twitter or Threads? I'm not so sure, but it must be hell for Elon Musk. Awful Aussies. Those Australians, they come over here, they play our game and they keep winning. What's wrong with them? But they also cheat, or at least that's what some people say. Poor old Johnny Bairstow was knocked out of the crease because he walked away from it in the game in the second test of the Ashes at Lord's. And unfortunately, they decided to just chuck a ball at the wicket and at the bails, and he was out. Everybody in Lord's said it was a disgrace. They booed the Australians off the pitch. They said they should never darken our door again. There was even a bit of a row, almost a punch-up in the long room as they walked past the members of the MCC, who are normally terribly well behaved because it is Lord's after all. Anyway, it turns out that some of them have now been banned from ever going back to the long room, and the Aussies are winning still. It looks as like the third test might end up going to them as well. It's absolutely unbelievable. Bairstow was done out of a wicket. England were done out of a wicket, and it just goes to show you that it is not a game for gentlemen at all. I would say the Aussies are in heaven. Boil in a bag. I'm not so sure about this. Do you want to be cremated or do you want to be buried? Well, there's a new place you can go, and that's inside a bag full of water. I know it sounds mad, doesn't it? But down in South Africa, they've invented this new way to dispose of dead bodies. And apparently it's going to come here soon. The Co-op, I think, are going to be running it in their funeral adverts soon. What happens is you put the dead body into a bag full of water. I presume it's quite a big bag. And then you put some kind of alkaline substance in there. And after a period of time, the body dissolves. The one thing that really troubles me, though, is they're going to put the water back into the water system. They reckon it's no more polluted than laundrette water. I don't fancy that much. Would you really want to be drowned in a bag after you're dead? Boil in a bag? Is it Uncle Ben's? I just don't know. Sounds like hell. Beach bums. Apparently, it's not enough now to work from home because it's so stressful to get to the office that people just don't want to go in. Even on a Friday and a Monday, there's hardly anybody in any city, in any part of the world, anywhere. But it's getting worse because apparently 88% of companies are now saying that they can't hold on to their workers because they have to give them more and more incentive to not come to work in order to keep them working. It's mad, isn't it? Well, now they've said, don't even worry about working from home. You can actually work from a different country. And while you're in that different country, you can even go to the beach if you want, take your laptop and do your work from there. This is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard in a world of ridiculousness. Working from a beach. Are you having a laugh? No wonder the economy is dying. I say go to hell with that. That was this week's Heaven and Hell. Don't forget, you can join the Embassy of Mike Graham. Don't forget to like it, share it and subscribe to it. We'll see you next time.